Breathing pattern.
I'll start again. So again, similar to the first, you will guys first on breathing. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Now the twist. Breathing. नया प्यार है नया इंतजार कर लो मैं क्या है दिले में बता पहला नशा पहला
Self-worth is about not being good also. Self-worth is not about me being good. It's also talking about my own weaknesses. Courage is about I'm not good, which I have learned. Like, it's so important to say I made a mistake versus I'm a mistake.
Also, I am looking at the fact that like these are things when somebody says you have to do this to me, the instant the rebel in me comes out. And that's the pattern that was always there. So I am also that fight response would have immediately got turned down within me. But now the last few days, I am constantly aware of the fact that there is a pattern. So am I fighting? Am I flighting? Am I pleasing? And then I am looking at the way how can I break that pattern.
A minute to wrap up and share.
We practice like the lotus flower in the mud. The lotus flower does not think, I do not want the mud. The lotus knows that it can bloom beautifully only because of the mud. For us, the same is true. We have negative seeds within us, the element of mud. If we know how to accept this, we accept ourselves. The lotus flower does not need to get rid of the mud. Without mud, it will die.
I think the last statement was quite powerful, that the lotus does not grow in the mud. So the change, what I believe is that it has to happen from within. We just can't say that we are all negative emotions and everything, and you say that I am quite peaceful or I'm like a budding flower or something. So whatever change, and we can't change the surroundings. So the change always has to happen within you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anand. Happy birthday to you.
It is so symbolic that today's class was about Anand.
Yeah.
And it's Anand's birthday.
Really?
Happy birthday to you.
कोई मुझे जंगली कहे कहने मुझे कहता रहे हम प्यार के धूमारों में गिरे
Let yourself settle down. Finding where peace, love, joy reside in your body right now. Find that spot. It could be a pleasant feeling, a restful feeling. Find that one spot in your body.
we are all living in a movie, and you just have to remember that in each person's movie, he or she is a protagonist. So you have to like, in your movie you are the most important person, but in that person's movie you're not the most important person. So
In some ways, you are the director of your own movie. So and the script writer, right? Also.
and the main actors. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do you actually observe what you're doing when you're doing it? It's actually quite insane.
It sort of comes organically. It's like the analogy she just used about light in the darkness. It just takes, a small crack in the curtains, let's say, to fill the room with light. But there's something that I connected to, at least in the way I express something, which is that if you let go of the unpleasant, that space gets filled up automatically with what remains, which is usually the more pleasant side of things, because there's usually pleasant and unpleasant in everything. So in that notion of it just happens organically. When you release, what's left behind is the joy, and it just fills the space automatically, and then it happens organically, where you feel grateful, you feel love, you feel just all the pleasant emotions that go along with whatever the joyful element is in your life.
Forms a flower. Yeah, what Soumya did was correct.
Ashish did was correct.
Flower and comes down.
Let's see Ashish. Not bad.
He's doing it like the
Yeah, exactly.
martial arts face.
Basics.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
And what is pure?
It's in nature, right? So you don't need anything to be happy.
Mm.